Karen and I arrived in the Florida Keys on April the 6th for 1 week using Keys Palms RV Resort located in Key Largo as our home base as we explored the islands. Now, many people take their RVs all the way into Key West, but at 43 feet long and potentially some congested streets, we were content with parking Matilda here in Key Largo and using our Jeep to do some exploring. A few things about Keys Palms RV Resort. Although it's not cheap at nearly $140 a night, we are literally just feet away from the warm waters of the Caribbean and just a short walk away from several of Key Largo's most famous restaurants and nightly entertainment.
Feel like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Hey. Knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's door. Hey, hey. Man put his gun under the ground. I can shoot it anymore. The big long cloud is coming down on me. Feel like I'm knocking still. Ow.
There are so many things to do here and explore in the Keys that in just 1 week we did not have enough time. Now, full disclosure, Karen and I have been to the Keys before, several years ago, before we started Blue Line RV Adventures, so we have a little bit of background on what to do. First up was a snorkel trip for us to Hens and Chickens Reef. But before we jump into the water, how many of you know the supernatural trivia behind Hens and Chicken Reef? Here's a hint. Its claim to fame occurred in December of 1945, and to this day it has never been fully explained. Hens and Chickens Reef extends for many miles and at one point formed Hens and Chicken Shoals, which was the original location that Flight 19 was bound for during their Navy training flight before mysteriously disappearing in the Bermuda Triangle. As my mother used to say, with that information and 10 cents, you can get yourself a cup of coffee. Now let's go snorkeling. So any trip to the Key Largo area is not complete unless you stop at the world-famous Robbie's, where Karen and I had a wonderful dinner, and if you're so inclined and brave enough, feed the wild tarpon.
I'm sorry. I can hold it. Come on. Jesus Christ.
Oh, hey, get away, just crazy bird. Thank you.
Oh. Sorry.
I might have missed it. You gotta grab. The stupid bird was. The dumb bird was eating fish out of my bucket.
Where's the other bucket?
It's under here. I got them both here.
Here, big.
Hold on.
Let me just get it on my video because I don't know how
About 3 inches.
I'm trying, man.
And you just hold it. Wait. There you go.
Come on, buddy. Come on.
That's the biggest fish I ever saw in my life. Good job, Karen.
Come on, down like that.
This morning, Karen and I are at Florida Bay Outfitters, and we're going to go kayaking in a mangrove forest. Come join us.
dead mangrove areas.
Okay. Was it right past Marathon?
What kind of snakeskin do you think this is?
No way! Probably like a black racer or something, you know.
So that's the head right there.
Are you gonna take it? We have the ring neck. I'm not. I've got some at home. I would love to take it. Yeah. That'd be great. Oh, good find. That's
yeah, go ahead.
Hey, look at the eyes and everything. We have the indigo snake down here, but I've never seen them. They're not rare, but they're very hard to spot. They seem to. Woo, it felt like it was alive.
Yeah, it looks like it with the eyes and everything, right?
This is so cool.
All right, so if it had moved a bitch, I've got it all on video. It'll go viral.
It's funny how when something's dead, you can still believe it's alive.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I've had that experience too myself.
This is wicked. Very cool. Oh my gosh, with the eyes.
Here, hold it for the camera. There you go. Look at that. All right,
my
cool.
gosh, that is so cool.
Wrapping up our 1 week stay in the Florida Keys, Karen and I drove the famous 7-mile bridge to Key West, the southernmost spot in the continental United States. Driving from Key Largo to Key West would take you about 2 hours. But it is one of the most scenic drives you could ever take in the United States. When we arrived in Key West, Karen and I saw the landscape quite different from our past visits to the Conch Republic. It was mid-April 2021, and after a very difficult year worldwide, the country was just coming out of COVID-19 lockdowns. Although many COVID-19 restrictions were still in place, at the same time people were being allowed to travel and visit more and more locations. Unfortunately, the crowded streets that Karen and I had become used to during our past visits to Key West had not yet returned, and the closed shops, bars, and restaurants along famous Duval Street were a testament to what the country had been through over the past year. Nonetheless, Karen and I still love not just Key West, but all of the Florida Keys, and will definitely be returning. We're going to leave you now with a few of our favorite videos and photographs from the Florida Keys. And remember, at Blue Line RV Adventures, we got your six.
You gotta do it opening. Hold on. Okay, so we are here at world famous Robbie's, and we're gonna feed some tarpon.
It is Robbie's.
It is Robbie's. I think it's world famous. What's really interesting is we're gonna try to feed some tarpon here, and I've had 3 pina coladas. So Karen's gonna hold the camera. I'm gonna film her too, but Karen's gonna hold the camera. Especially, I might be a little bit inebriated.
I close my eyes.
So you gotta get way down and hold it close to the water. Just hold it.
Sorry. Here it comes.
Hold on to it.
Here it comes.
2,000 years later, 6.5 hours later, day 2, day 3, day 4. One eternity later. 3 weeks later. So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
AJ, you're lucky we have one more. Down a little bit more. A little bit. Just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more. It's only your fingers, don't worry about it.
Little lower, Paige. Dude, you...
It's good.
Of course not, I'm going to do it. Look at it.